All right. What's the date again?
18.
2/18. All right, there you go. All right. Okay. In 2:17 at, what time is it right now?
8:27.
Out 2:18. I'll just do 8:20. Would you mind, the broker just wants me to have you guys sign my in and out time.
I can't sign time ins and time outs on the bills.
You won't sign on the bills?
I can't. If I get called, I'll lose my job.
Well, I'll lose like $200-300 for sitting.
Well, when you file for detention, it goes electronically, so they call. It's all in this computer.
So if they call you, you'll be able to tell them?
Yeah. If you call like the people, they have an electronic time in and time out when you got here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, we're finally loaded. Did you guys hear that? What a way to start the day. So that was the getting my gloves on. Same guy that came out last night and told me that they weren't going to load it. I don't know if I included that in the video or not, but he said everyone went home at midnight last night and they weren't going to load the trailer. And so I said, okay, well, I was already backed in a door, so I just waited. Anyways, broker requested in and out times on the bill and a signature from the shipper. So of course I asked for that, and I asked him to sign the times. And well, let me get back in the truck and I'll tell y'all what he said to me. Wow. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, we just pulled an all-nighter at the shipper here. So yeah, I was going to tell you about that because that's a little bit frustrating, but we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Oh, I got to run up to Maine. And the GPS is giving me all kinds of trouble, so it's wanting me to go this way and that way, adding like 300 miles. So I forgot that I had it set to avoid tolls because I tried to avoid them as much as possible. So I set it to allow tolls, and then it went down to the 1,000 miles that we need. So that's good, but one route was like go through Boston, one route was like go around Boston, and but the one route was the one I wanted, but until it got to Boston, and then it wasn't, and I'm like, I'm losing my mind over the simplest thing right now. So I just set my GPS for Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, we're gonna run towards that direction today. Tomorrow when I get up, I'll redo the GPS and get the route that goes around Boston instead of right through Boston, and we're gonna be just fine. So I'm making that harder than it has to be, absolutely. But so what just happened, the same guy that came out last night, I was almost asleep. I had like a 17-minute video to add on to the last video for you guys, but then that video was like 50 minutes long or something like that, and I'm like, okay, that's too much. So I just deleted it. I was almost asleep last night, and the guy working at the desk in there came out and woke me up, and he said, hey, my whole crew left. We're not going to be able to load you until the morning. And I was like, whatever, I'm going to bed anyways. So I already had talked to the broker. They said record your in and out times and have the shipper sign, and then we'll make sure you get your detention pay. So took another little page out of the Just Truckin' playbook, I guess, and I was recording while I was signing the paper, so you got to look straight up my nose. And actually the guy saw that I was recording, and it made him very uncomfortable. So Just Truckin', how do I do it discreetly so that they don't know I'm recording? Anyways, I tried to, I wrote the in and out times, and I said, can you sign these for me? And he said, I'm not allowed to. I'll get fired. I'll lose my job for signing that piece of paper. And really, that's where we're at. that's where we're at, shipping companies. You obviously don't hire enough staff to get the job done, or something happened, and then you threaten to fire your employees for signing so that a truck driver can get detention. Is that where we're at? Is that what we're doing? So I was told by the broker, don't leave until this is signed, and then I just found out that it's a pain in the ass to get a hold of my dispatch on the weekend. So I was sending them text messages like I always do, and they weren't responding, so I called and they didn't answer, and then they called back. I said, hey, I can't get a signature. I'm perfectly willing to sign something there, I don't care, but what would you do? What do you think I should do? He said, that's my broker, I work with them all the time. He said, put your in and out times on there, send it to them, tell them that shipper refuses to sign. He said, I will screenshot your ELD information and I will send it to them too, because I want that extra $100, $200, $300. I get that I was sleeping, but they don't know that I wanted to go somewhere else for the night, or anything like that. And it's my equipment, they're holding it there. They owe me money, and that's just the way it goes. So I think it's all sorted. My dispatcher should be working with them to get that taken care of, hopefully, and we get some extra money out of it. So we'll see how that goes, but I was pretty frustrated with that whole situation. Will he really get fired for signing for detention? And that's the thing that bothers me. We're so regulated, federally regulated as truck drivers, that I don't understand how the other parts of the industry aren't regulated. If you hold a truck there, you owe them money. You know, there should be actual laws for that. But I guess that's just how it's going to go. We're going to see if we can get that detention pay. I'm going to get on the road. I'm going to stop at this Flying J and get me a little cappuccino and some water to drink for the day. Maybe a little something healthier than the rest area food that I got into. Maybe some chicken would be nice. I do like some chicken. And we'll kind of go from there. We'll figure it out. But I set the GPS towards, like I said, Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania. I won't make it that far today. And then when I stop for the night or whatever in the morning, I'll recalculate that route and see what we come up with. GPS is such a pain in the ass sometimes, because it was adding like 300 miles, but that ended up being going around toll roads, and I'm like, okay, northeast I have to run toll roads. That's all there is to it. And I do have the toll transponder. It just sucks I have to pay tolls, but that's okay. We'll try to offset that with detention pay and kind of go from there. But away we go off to the northeast. It's 9:30 almost in the morning here, so we're gonna stop early. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 at the latest, because we only got 1,000 miles to go by Monday afternoon. So no need to get ourselves too worked up on that. Just knock out some miles and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Thanks for hanging out on the channel with me. It's been a lot of fun. Man, I was just looking at this. I probably look like the biggest jerk here, but I'm not sure I understand. Here's my truck on the left. Looks like I'm taking up 2 spots, doesn't it? This guy's parked all nice and straight. I was confused by the lines when I pulled up. But look over here. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So, just confusing lines. But if you're the guy coming in late at night and you pull in over here and you see how my truck's sitting, you're gonna be like, what is wrong with this dude? Why is he taking up 2 spots? So, kind of some weird lines, but whatever. It's just how it is. But I just noticed that. I'm like, man, I don't look like a very considerate trucker, do I? Taking up half the other spot, but I think we're okay. It just looked weird when I got back there. But anyways, let's jump in the truck. It's a little warmer in there. Good morning, everyone. That's the TV laying on the bed back there. See, because I don't really have a TV mount, so I lay it there during the day. I know it's not the best look, but that's where it's at. So we got us a few minutes before we head out today. Just real quick, thank you to all the Just Truckin' viewers that came over. Really appreciate that. That was really cool of him to do. And of course, thank you to all the other YouTube content creators that have been helping me rebuild the channel and get started. I think we're almost to our first 500 subscribers. I will do my best not to let you guys down and all that. Just put out some good content that you like. We'll see how it all goes. But about a day removed from that detention situation, I will check back in with my dispatcher on Monday morning, make sure he handled it. I really don't want to be like that guy out here that's like causing problems for people, and I don't think I was incredibly rude about it. I was a little offended that the guy told me he wouldn't sign my paper, the bill for the detention time, because he was the very same guy that came out and knocked on my window the night before and told me that they weren't going to load me till the next morning. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, no big deal. So what I'm learning is, I mean, guys, you have to understand, I've had this go under before. I've sold trucks, I've had to get out of the business altogether, and it's a big part of that is because I wasn't fighting for every dollar that belonged to me out here. And this industry don't care about you, so you have to fight for every dollar or just forget about it, you know. So hopefully I didn't seem like, I don't feel like I was being like horribly mean to the guy. I was just a little bit offended that he wouldn't just like write his name on the paper, you know, like sign it, sign someone else's name. I don't care, all I need is a signature. But that's in the past. I'll get with my dispatcher Monday and see if he was able to get us extra money, because we sat there for 12 hours. Granted, that was the time I was going to take off anyways. That's my money. You owe me that money. You held my truck there. So we'll see how that goes. But we got just 700 miles into our stop in Portland. Not Portland, in Maine. We're going to be just south of Portland. I'm going to go about 400 of them today because it's not due till tomorrow afternoon. I don't want to get too close into where there's just no parking or anything like that. So we'll just do about 400 of those miles today. Try to get it shut down early and get it parked. I gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous. I haven't been up to this area for quite a while. We're gonna go up through Pennsylvania, I forget the interstate, through like Harrisonburg and I can't remember the interstate, but that's gonna hit the I think it's 287 that goes around New York there, New Jersey, stuff like that. I've been over there before. As a matter of fact, almost wiped out a family up there one time. They were stopped on the shoulder, and I was cruising down the road, cruise control set, just rolling down the road, and they went from complete dead stop at the shoulder to right in front of my truck. No speeding up, no nothing. They got very lucky that day that I had room to move to my left. No one was there, because had somebody been in the left lane, it would have been game over. That would have been the end of their day. At very least, at very least. But a little bit nervous about that. I'd like to, I don't think I'll even get that far today. I don't know how many miles away that is. But I'd like to kind of get that over with and get on the other side of it, you know, through about Hartford, Connecticut, maybe, where I don't know that things necessarily chill out until you get till like past Boston. But a little bit nervous, but that's okay. 10 years driving the truck, but I don't do East Coast very often, or Northeast for that matter. So it's something that I need to do to get more comfortable with it again. And that's just how it's going to go. That's it. We'll see how it all works out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the road, see what else I got to talk about later on today. But pretty mellow couple days here of just driving the truck. Nothing really to worry about. I've heard this receiver is terrible also. People, they don't open till 4 p.m. That's why I have a 4 p.m. appointment. And people are reporting plenty of times that they've been there for 12 hours or whatever. But that's okay. If I'm out of there at 4 a.m., I should be able to get whatever Tuesday's load is. So we're just going to kind of roll with it, and maybe we can get it to that detention on both ends. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. I better hit the road so I'm not driving too late and trying to park in the Northeast. See you later. All right, guys, so here we have the staple of the millennial diet, avocado toast, baby. Avocado toast. Doesn't that look delicious though? We got bacon, roasted tomatoes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Lady Boomer, are you sitting over there with your blood boiling right now? You fancy millennials. with your fancy avocado toast. Back in my day, we got a piece of meat and a potato, and we were happy to have it. Shout out to Lady Boomer for being the coolest boomer I know. But, oh yeah, and I got my little girly French vanilla cappuccino. Hey, you gotta enjoy things out here, you know? So, oh, I'm excited. You know, I've never actually eaten avocado toast in my life, but I'm about to. And we'll see what all the hype's about. And this is where I'm parked tonight. Connecticut. That's it. That's all I got to say about that. We probably won't go out there again unless we have to. But, hey, you know, we got us some good food. Girly cappuccino. And nicotine that desperately needs a new coil. Gross. Gross. Anyways, talk to you guys about what's going on here in just a few minutes. See ya. Hey, friends. We're going on a little adventure. Got really tired of sucking on that toxic sludge from my vape. You guys know how much I love my nicotine, right? So there's a vape store like 3/4 of a mile away, I think, or a half a mile. Yeah, I could pay for an Uber, but why not take a walk, right? Maybe I'll Uber back though, because it's a little bit chilly up here. But figured we're done early out here in Fairfield, Connecticut. Might as well take us a little walk. Go get us some vape juice. And I'm gonna feel a whole lot better about that because it's gross. It just turns into like black sludge as soon as I fill it up. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. Taking a little stroll. Enjoyed my avocado toast. And we are out for a walk. Can I flip the camera while this is on? Oops, it just paused it. Well, let's see. Maybe this button. Nope, that just takes a picture of my face. Sorry about the close-up there. Anyways, here, I'm gonna stop it and I'll show you. Go. That's why the Northeast isn't a whole lot of fun. Obviously, you wouldn't be bringing a truck down here, but when I exited to that travel plaza, nearly, I didn't understand how it works because the exit for the side streets is right off the travel plaza also. And I saw one that said exit and then services, and I'm like, which one's parking? And I almost exited down this road, but I think I could have got off back there somewhere. But anyways, what a creepy old bridge, huh? Wow. This part of the country is so weird to me. It's fascinating. Southwest, everything's wide open, and I wouldn't say more modern. It's just stuff rust out here, you know. So it's kind of a whole different world for me. Everything's smaller, packed in. Out west, you don't ever worry about hitting a bridge or anything crazy like that. You just do your thing. But when you get over here, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. But it's cool to see it again. I probably won't be back for a while. I say that, right? Unless my dispatcher finds me a good load, then I will kind of, for lack of a better term, whore myself out a little bit for those loads. But anyways, I'm gonna finish my walk. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, mission accomplished, huh? I actually, sorry, I was just messing with my phone and I got some sort of blur effect on it now. I don't know. Anyways, you know, that's fine. It probably makes me look better, but I was trying to show you the tank. I actually ended up having to get a new tank because they didn't have coils for the tank I had. Plus that tank was old. It was time to let it go. It was time to move on. So we went ahead and did that. This lighting looks so weird here. Will this help a little bit? I've got like a line. Hey, there we go. Now you can see me. Now you can see me. That looks a little bit better. But yeah, I got a new tank. A total of 5 coils for it, another little bottle of vape juice, and I should be set for a while. So I ended up walking back because why not? 1.5 mile walk. Lord knows I need it. So I went ahead and walked back. Found a little pub on the way back too, and went in there for a little bit, hung out. Not long, maybe half hour total. It was small, and it was really busy, and like it was fine. It's just me. I'm not used to being social because I'm always in the truck, right? Or that's my excuse. I'm just not, I lack social skills is what I'm trying to tell you. I kind of like the way this looks though with the blur effect. What do you guys think? Looks professional to me. Anyways, it's got like a delay when I talk. Interesting. So went ahead and did that walk, and here we are back in the truck. So today was an interesting day, I guess. Let's see, I got up in Virginia. Yeah, I made it up here to Connecticut. I didn't work too hard today. It was 8 hours total on duty, including pre-trip and all that. So I didn't work too hard. I've got 230 miles to my destination that delivers at 4 p.m. I'll probably leave like 8 a.m. Just if I get there early, I get there early because I'm not doing anything else. Obviously, I'll get there early, but I'm not doing anything else before that. That gives me time to, you know, on my way, if I want to grab a shower, which I'll want to grab a shower if I can. Are there any pilots up here? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'll look for one though. With my GPS, the Garmin GPS, super cool, voice activated, so you can tell it to find you a Flying J or whatever, and it will give you a list of them. So I'm really enjoying the Garmin GPS. I just got it. I wasn't doing videos at the time or I would have showed you guys that, but I just got it. It's very small, but I like it. It doesn't have any glare on the screen. It sits right in the corner over here. Perfect. Those big old bulky ones just aren't the same, you know. So anyways, what was I trying to say? Got up there, then let's see, I angered a lady at a Flying J. I had just gotten into, where's Baltimore? Maryland. Just gotten into Maryland, and I decided I better stop and get a shower, and it was a nice shower. Sometimes you never know what you're gonna get, but it was so refreshing. But I went out to I got a couple drinks and something to eat, and I was paying, and the credit card machine like locked up, right? It just froze and it wouldn't do anything, and it was on the screen where it's like enter PIN or press the green button for credit, right? And she's like, well, you got to put your PIN in. I said, no, this card doesn't have a PIN. I just pressed the green button for credit. She goes, no, you don't. She said, you have to put a PIN in. And I said, no, it's basically a credit card. It's my business account, but it doesn't have a PIN. And I said, I always use the green button. And she goes, no, you don't. You have to put in a PIN, or I can't sell you anything. And I was like, what is going on? Why is this lady so worked up? Anyways, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? She got real fired up about that, and it ended up being that her machine just froze. That's it. That's it. And then I stopped here, and I wanted to record it, but it was a really bad time to be recording. I was using the toilet, right? And there was a guy in the stall next to me just having a full-on conversation on his phone, which I've always found to be weird, having a conversation with someone while you're pooping. And I was going to record it, but then I'm the guy pooping, recording a guy pooping, having a conversation on his phone, and I'm like, well, at that point, I'm the creep. I'm the weirdo at that point. So I just left it alone. I always laugh at people that have crazy loud conversations while they're on the toilet and they're completely comfortable with it. I wish I had that kind of confidence. That would be cool. So let's do this real quick, guys. I told you I would do it. Numbers for the week, and I gotta be honest with you, they're not impressive. Okay, but hey, if we're gonna document it and keep track of stuff like that, then let's go ahead and do it, and maybe we'll start to see maybe a shift in the market and stuff like that. So the reason I'm giving numbers is because some people are interested in the real numbers. Some people are watching that are considering doing a lease purchase or going owner operator or something like that, and they want to hear numbers from a guy that's out here doing it. So that's why we're gonna do numbers. I want to be clear, they're not good. And I have said since I've been back doing these videos that if I were a little bit smarter, I would probably do just company driver. But I want this education. I have been really harping on that, I guess, in the videos. Education's expensive. I want this education. I want to know how to make a truck profitable when everything's against you, fuel prices, rates, and all those things. So I know it sounds dumb to a lot of people, I'm aware, but I want to know how to make money with a truck when the market's not in your favor and when fuel prices are not in your favor. That way, when the cycle comes back around in our favor, I will have ingrained those habits into my daily behavior, and I will be a much better lease operator, potentially owner operator in the future because of it. That's why I'm doing the lease right now. These numbers are not impressive, but I'll tell you anyways, okay? First load of the week, LaPorte, Texas to, I think it's called Tarboro, North Carolina. Total of 1,262 miles for a rate of $2,650, okay? My cut of that, because I get 80%, is $2,120. I'll go over the prices of everything later. I'll just lump them all together. But I write down the cost for each trip. I write down DEF, fuel, and the maintenance fund at 15 cents per mile. When I give you the final numbers, give or take a little bit on what's owed to me, because the maintenance fund, we might be figuring miles a little bit different. So 15 cents per mile on all dispatched miles, all loaded miles is what I meant to say, is what they charge. All right, so that brings me to $2,120 on the first load that goes to me. That's before expenses, but after the 20% that the company gets. Next load was Greenville, North Carolina to Williamston, South Carolina, 364 miles, rate of $950, $760 of that goes to me before my other expenses, after the company's 20%. And the last load that we will finish up tomorrow, but will work for the pay period, it will go on that pay period, even though it's finishing on Monday, that's how they do it here, is Columbia, South Carolina to Wells, Maine. That is where we will be tomorrow. Don't come looking for me. I'm not looking for a fight out there. All right. So that is a total. I just did it by my GPS, by the way, for the miles, guys. From where I was loading to where I was going, 1,065 miles for a rate of $2,500. My cut being $2,000. All right. So 2,120 to me, 760 to me, and 2,000 to me. All right. Now expenses. For fuel, I spent $1,854 this week, which is phenomenal. That is almost a $600 cut week over week. Last week I did $2,400 and some change. So almost $600 less on fuel that week. In DEF, I spent exactly $100. And my maintenance fund with the loaded miles will be $405, and that brings after, and I didn't write down, who cares, fixed expenses or fixed cost, you guys figure out what works best for you. Every company is going to be a little bit different, but after all that, that brings my profit that what should be, give or take a little bit, going to the bank, $1,220 after all bills paid. Now, I know that's not a lot. I know that's not impressive at all. For me to pay the bills at home, luckily my wife works and we have another project that we do also, but for me personally to pay all the bills at home, keep in mind I live in Colorado. It's a very high cost of living state. It would cost $1,250 per week that I would need to make to cover all the bills at home, right? I would love for that to be the case every week, at least that. I'd like to shoot for more like $1,500 to me. But that's just what my costs are at home. Colorado's a very high cost of living state, and it just costs what it costs there. What in the fuck? I'm trying not to cuss on the videos, but something just hit that window over there, and it looked like cloth or something like that. Ladies out there throwing their undergarments at me. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Anyways, I do get a $5,000 sign-on bonus at this company, paid out in monthly installments, $1,000 per month that 1,000 goes to one check, right? So it's not like they do $250 a week or anything like that. But $1,000 once per month for the first 5 months. I have contacted my accounting department to see when I should expect to see that, because if it's next week, then that makes the money to me $2,250, which is something you cannot count on, but I will take that. These numbers are not impressive. I understand that. Things will get better. This always runs in cycles. I'm not an expert on the freight market, but I have been paying attention enough to know it runs in cycles, and we will see better days. Okay, and maybe around summertime, that 1,000 or 1,220, whatever it is, maybe that's 2,000 a week that I'm bringing home. Better freight market by then, hopefully, and then we'll feel a whole lot better about things. But I want this education. So, if you're looking at lease operator or owner operator right now, those are the numbers I have. If that's everyone else's numbers, I don't know. I have kind of been paying a little bit attention to the, I guess there's a few YouTube channels that are doing a Swift lease purchase, and they're claiming at least $1,800 a week is what they're saying, which is a much better deal. But I don't know. I don't work there. And I do know that sometimes guys like to inflate their numbers. Those are my numbers as I wrote them down. It's not impressive. It's not a lot of money. But if I can learn to make this truck profitable, which that's profit, okay, that is profit, then I can do this in a good market and keep the same like spending habits and being mindful of fuel and things like that. The truck's on right now because it's 47 degrees and I was gone for a couple hours, so just warming it up. I might turn it off for a little while though, but I'm gonna have to run it tonight. That's 47's getting to be too cold for me, but that's kind of where we're at. So let me put this video together for you guys, and we'll go from there. So once again, big thanks to everyone, all the different various YouTubers that have been sharing out my videos, everybody that's coming over and giving me a chance, and viewing the video, subscribing. Appreciate you guys so much. We've passed our first 500 subscribers, and as you all know, my first goal is to pass that very huge milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So we are more than halfway there, and I am loving it. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to keep kicking out videos, hopefully daily for you, and we'll see how she goes. See you next time now. Bye.